Here's how to spend 2 to 3 weeks in Peru. This itinerary can be done in 2 weeks if you don't mind going quite fast paced, or you can add some extra days in certain areas or an extra day trip here and there to your itinerary if you have 3 weeks to spend exploring this beautiful country. You'll most likely be flying into Lima, which is Peru's capital city. I'd recommend spending 2 nights here exploring the old historic district, Minaflores, and my favorite district in the city, Barranco. After you've spent some time in Lima, take a 4 to 5 hour bus to the coast called Paracas. Lots of people said to spend more time here, but honestly all you need is 1 day. I recommend getting an early bus from the city into Paracas, going on a midday boat trip to the Ballestas Islands to see penguins and sea lions, and then spending the afternoon in the National Reserve. Personally, I don't think there's much else to do in the area unless you want to spend a couple of days relaxing in a luxury hotel on the beach. So I recommend taking a bus from Paracas to Huaca that same day. The bus journey only takes around 1 hour and you will arrive in a desert oasis surrounded by huge sand dunes. I highly recommend spending 2 nights here in Huaca, relaxing by the pool, enjoying some local cafes and restaurants, and spending your afternoons in the dune buggies, sandboarding, and watching desert sunsets. From Huaca you can take a bus straight back to Lima, which takes around 5 hours. From there, you can catch a flight to Cusco, where you will spend between 4 to 6 nights. There is so much to see in Cusco and all around Cusco, and you will need some time to rest and adjust to the high altitude, so it's best to take things slow if you can. This itinerary is based on taking a 1-day trip to Machu Picchu rather than hiking any of the trails. If you would like to hike the trails, you need to allow for more time in this area. Some of the trails are 3 to 5 days long, but I'd highly recommend you have at least 1 or 2 days in Cusco before your trail starts to prepare yourself for the hike. If you have the extra days or don't mind leaving Cusco a little bit early, I would recommend getting the train to Tambo, which is just 2 hours away from Cusco. I'd recommend spending 2 nights here and enjoying a quieter, more nature-focused day. This was actually one of my favorite areas in the whole country, and it's really close to the Sacred Valley, so a great base for exploring. You then need to go back to Cusco airport and take a flight to Iquitos, which you may need to stop over in Lima to do. This is where you will enter the Amazon rainforest, and unless you've arrived earlier in the day, you'll need to stay in the city for at least 1 night and get picked up in the morning to head into the jungle. This is so you can get into the jungle safely before it gets too dark. I'd recommend spending between 3 and 6 nights in the Amazon jungle. The lodges in the jungle are usually on an all-inclusive basis, meaning that your food is included and you will also have a guide included during your stay. It's such a unique experience, and you can do so many incredible activities with your guide around the rainforest. From there, you will fly back to Lima or continue your journey elsewhere. I have so many videos on my socials, as well as travel guides and blog posts, which are all free on my travel blog. The link is in my bio, all of which cover the areas in so much more detail. So have fun planning your trip to Peru, and I hope you love this country just as much as I did.